one of the first things I reckon our politicians should do to begin the year is head off to their local hearing centre and determine about whether they're really tone deaf or not. How else do you explain the fact that these scarce as hen's teeth rapid antigen test kits will be delivered to New South Wales MPs' electorate offices for free? Who came up with this idea? They must have been so ensconced in their holidays that they haven't heard how desperate essential workers are to get access to RA tests. Every key workforce sector is searching high and low for these swabs. Sure enough, New South Wales Parliament has magical access to its own stockpile, not just for members, but for staff as well. Now, luckily, the Telegraph got its hands on an email from Monday, and the anger that will be generated from their coverage of the story and mentioning it here might be enough for MPs to run a mile and donate them. But in this email, the Department of Parliamentary Services said a small supply of rat kits had been procured as a safety measure for members and staff working in the building or in electorate offices. A small amount. They're all getting 20 kits each. That's in 98 electorate offices, a total of nearly 2,000. And to get them out quickly, what do? Well, they use Express Post and bill you, the taxpayer in New South Wales. They all must be as deaf as a post. The solution from here is easy. The story's out and about. We know about it. Donate them tomorrow to any number of essential services, starting with healthcare workers, because anything less will earn the wrath of the electorate, because right now there's a hell of a lot of anger out there over the lack of supply of RA kits. They should watch out carefully. Let's bring in our panel on that issue and the rest of the day's news. Prue MacSween and Michael Costa, thank you so much for joining us.
Chris.
Hi, guys.
Now, unbelievably, at a time when it's so difficult for the majority of Australians to secure rapid antigen test kits, and when they do, there's an exorbitant price tag attached, the New South Wales Parliament has secured for itself a stockpile of the test for free. Now, I hope they haven't left Australia Post and been on that Express Post delivery to the electorates already. But Prue, this is such an own goal, giving Polly's free RA test, grossly entitled.
Well, yeah, I think you've hit it on the head about the tone deafness, because I think the government's really underestimated the anger out there that, why we are in this position when really blind Freddy could have seen that we needed these tests ordered months ago, so we had a stockpile. This has been my whole beef about this. Who is doing the projection modelling, the planning? Who is deciding strategically this scenario is going to happen? I mean, our next big issue, I believe, will be the nursing homes, because they haven't got boosters. So are we going to have a crisis of people losing their lives until we now wake up? Where is anybody within those fat cat ranks modelling and saying, yes, this needs to happen because this is the scenario that's likely to occur?
That's a really good point. There are enough health fat cats with their hands on the wheel at the moment. We see them in press conferences regularly, but they haven't prepared very well for this. Michael, is there any justification here? They all got an email about this on Monday, but not a word on Monday, not a word on Tuesday. I bet there'll be a few words spoken by politicians tomorrow.
Look, it's completely unacceptable. I mean, what really grates about all of this, of course, is the fact that there wouldn't be a politician in New South Wales or anywhere that's not on at least double average weekly earnings, if not more. And they're expecting these things for free. On the weekend, I had to rush around because I've got an upcoming medical procedure that they're requiring me to have one of these tests, and I couldn't find one. I ended up finding some in a service station at $20 a pop. I'm happy to pay for them. I don't understand why MPs think that they can get them for free. It reminds me of the bad old days when they had subsidised meals and subsidised alcohol, till I put a stop to that. But look, in terms of the planning of all of this, I'm a bit more sympathetic with the government on this. Omicron has come. The PCR tests, thank heavens, are no longer necessary. They were a disaster in terms of the wait time. It's a matter of trying to work through the next 2 or 3 weeks and get these tests out to the people that need it to stop the supply chain problems. And I think that's where we ought to be focusing, getting tests to people that need them, people that are supporting the community, either through the medical system or even through just the ordinary supply chain, groceries and everything else.
Yep.
And I think that's where they need to be focusing.